Thanks for checking out my micro drawings channel. Today I'm starting with the pencil and the quarter and the Copic multi-liner 0.03 for scale. And there you can see the tip of that versus the quarter. So today I'm drawing Calvin fishing, and there's a little fish near him on the rock. And, you know, kind of for those of you that know the Calvin and Hobbes cartoons, you might remember what happened next. So if you remember, go ahead and put it in the comments below, just for fun. So I'm starting off. In this case, I threw away 3 or 4 pieces of paper in which I started with his nose and eyes, and I kept getting the head screwed up. I don't know what it was with the hair, but something wasn't right. I think part of it's because it's not Calvin, the face of Calvin you're used to. He's kind of looking down, quartering towards you, or, you know, angled towards you, so it's just a little different angle. And so something just wasn't happening right when I was drawing him. At any rate, so then I started with his hair instead, and that seemed to work for me. And there I've got the t-shirt going in, and his shoes, again basing everything off of, in this case, is his hair and the outside lining of his head. So I'm just adding the stripes onto the shirt right there. And there I'm adding his hand and arm that's holding the fishing pole. And now, using Calvin's shoes, for the base, or the reference point, I'm adding the rock that he's sitting on. There's a little ripple along the edge. And there's the little fish that's come up to visit him. Again, using Copic multi-liner 0.03 black pen. Love this pen. It doesn't smudge when I'm adding the color later on, so definitely recommend trying it. And later on, I'll use the Copic sketch markers. They're alcohol-based. I'll use those to add the color. In this case, added another little rock, added some grass. And here I'm adding the fishing pole, just extending it from his hands there, and then drawing the line down to the water to the bobber that's just sitting at the top of the water. So there goes little bobber, and some ripples next to it. Here's a quarter for scale. You can see that quarter can cover up all of Calvin and his fishing pole and the rocks and grass and fish. There I'm starting to add some Copic sketch marker color. There's 2 ends to the marker. There's the fine tipped end and then the broader chisel point. I'm using the fine tip end. Here I'm using the cotton pearl to add the skin tone to Calvin, to his face and his hands. I rotate the paper so that I can work that fine tip just shy of the black line, because it does bleed out a little bit. Depends how long I have the marker held there, how much will end up bleeding. So I try to go very lightly with the color so it doesn't bleed too much. There goes his yellow hair. And off to the side, I've got a sheet of paper. I have it planned out pretty much, but sometimes there might be some ink buildup, like a drop that's going to drop and, you know, destroy the whole picture. So I'll wipe that off, or I'll just test the colors again to confirm they are what I want. So they're putting a cool number 1 on the rock. Then I'll use a cool number 3 to add some 3D or some shadowing effect a little bit, and then I'll come back with the cool 1 to blend those two together a little bit. And that's what you'll see right there, just blending the edge of it a little bit. Here comes the orange for the bobber. Just a small touch of orange to fill that bobber in. And there's the blue that I'll use for the water. Again, working up to the black line, that's the bottom of the ripples for the rock and the bobber. Turning it around and using the point to work in those smaller areas, leaving the white to, you know, give the look of the ripples where the fish came from. Working up to him. There we go. We've got the blue in there. Lastly, I'll add a little color to the fish. I'm just using a green and a little warm gray, number 1. So not a whole lot of color or detail in the fish, but at least giving him some color as well, and a little bit of shading. And then I'm adding today's date, 7/28/20. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing and sharing with others.